Ted Lasso, Season 3, The Final Whistle, where legends rise and hearts find home. If Seasons 1 and 2 were about hope and healing, Ted Lasso Season 3 was a thunderous, tear-soaked love letter to letting go, growing up, and leaving a legacy. AFC Richmond's return to the Premier League wasn't just a comeback, it was a revolution. And Ted, the mustachioed maestro of Moxie, would face his toughest opponent yet, himself. The season kicked off with tension thicker than one of Higgins's sweaters. Nate Shelley, once Ted's protege-turned-villain, was now the wonder kid head coach of West Ham United, bankrolled by Rebecca's ex, Rupert. Nate's slick suits and sneers contrasted sharply with Richmond's ragtag camaraderie, setting the stage for a showdown that felt personal. But beneath Nate's bravado, a storm of insecurity, guilt, and a lingering need for Ted's approval. Meanwhile, Ted grappled with a question that had haunted him since Kansas. Was he enough? His long-distance co-parenting with Michelle grew strained, and his son, Henry, began to feel like a FaceTime ghost. Ted's panic attacks returned, but this time he leaned into therapy with Dr. Sharon, unraveling decades of dad guilt and the fear that his optimism was just a band-aid. Sometimes, he confessed, I worry I'm all biscuits and no bite. But the Greyhounds, they were hungry. Led by Roy Kent's fiery coaching, you're not fit to wear the kit if you don't bleed for it. Jamie Tartt's evolved artistry, football is life, but it's also passing, yeah? And Sam Obasanya's activism, launching a sustainable restaurant to fight corporate greed, the team played like poets. Their secret weapon? Total football. A fluid, selfless strategy that mirrored Ted's philosophy. Be a goldfish. Rebecca's arc was a masterstroke. No longer the vengeful owner, she embraced her role as Richmond's football mum, mentoring Keeley, now a powerhouse CEO, navigating a viral scandal and confronting Rupert's toxicity head-on. But her most poignant moment came in Amsterdam, a solo trip where a fling with a Dutch stranger, sound familiar, led to an epiphany: I want to be seen, not just loved. Cue the girl boss glow-up. The season brimmed with iconic moments. The Zava debacle, a narcissistic superstar, think Zlatan meets Zen, joined Richmond, derailing their rhythm until Ted benched him. Lesson? No one's bigger than the team. Nate's redemption, a handwritten apology, a locker room meltdown, and a father-son dim-sum scene that could thaw the coldest heart. Keeley and Roy's breakup, a mature, gut-wrenching split where love wasn't enough, yet. Team number Royley, forever. Beard's wedding, a psychedelic, dance-filled riot where Ted officiated in Crocs. Enough said. The finale, a cinematic clash against West Ham with Nate's tactical genius versus Ted's heart-led leadership. In a twist, Nate fed Richmond plays to Rebecca, sabotaging Rupert. Richmond won, but Ted's biggest victory came post-match, reuniting Nate with the team, mending fractures with a hug and a "I forgive you." Yet the true climax was Ted's choice. After leading Richmond to a near title, he stunned everyone. He went home, not as a failure, but as a father. In a locker room farewell drenched in tears, Ted passed the whistle to Roy, leaving behind his Believe sign and a family he'd rebuilt. Ted Lasso Season 3 wasn't just about football. It was about fathers and sons, found families, and the courage to choose yourself. It taught us that goodbye isn't failure, it's growth. That heroes can be soft, and vulnerability is strength. And as the camera panned over a Richmond pub, fans chanting, "Wanker!" One last time, we realized Ted's legacy wasn't trophies, it was the people. And maybe, just maybe, there's a Season 4 in the stars. Star.